as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. And it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Washington football team. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the option, it'll be Wilson. They find some open field here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson, and he'll go down at the 28. Just a gain of a couple there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They go play action now. Wilson. And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. And His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Winston. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
At the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Winston. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on 1st down. McCollum, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Winston. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Winston now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he'll give it here to his running back, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So Wilson will depart, and on comes Matt Amendola for the Jets field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, Winston. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Winston. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, Winston. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play action. Now Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead to 2. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2nd and 10. Running left on the handoff, Carter. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And this one is right through. That will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal?
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
John Franklin Myers. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Winston,
man open left side is Brown.
and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Winston.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Here comes Carter. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Wilson. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check. Bravo. Check. 53.
Here's Wilson to throw. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Wilson. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. He's at the 50. The 30. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive in the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Here's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wilson finding some room at midfield and finally brought down at the 43.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson, throw left side, taken in by Mims. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Throwing is Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
On 3rd down, Winston. Under pressure, they got him again. Carl Lawson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. That is caught by Mims. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. Able to connect with Mims. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. 52 is the mark, boy. 52. Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson dancing to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that one but not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Washington on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Winston. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a sack. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing. Winston. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, McCollum. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. McCullough. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 31. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
Washington 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson. And Ingram holds it in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carter. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Let's put him on the plate.
And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great.